Okay, let's unpack this. You shared a fascinating piece about the world of football, and right at the start, it mentioned something called a bomb squad.
Hmm.
Now, you might be wondering, like I was, what exactly is a bomb squad in, a Premier League club context?
All right.
And why is a player leaving it for Turkey such, well, big news?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? What's really fascinating here is how this one move, David Datro Fofana's loan from
Hmm.
Chelsea to Fatih Karagümrük, it's not just a simple transfer.
No.
No, it really shines a light on the whole complex dance of um, club strategy, player careers, and all those tricky rules around international transfers.
Right, the fine print.
Exactly. That BBC Sport article is a great starting point. It shows just how deep these rabbit holes can go.
Absolutely. So think of this deep dive as us pulling back the curtain a bit. We're looking at these, multi-million pound decisions that shape careers and club fortunes.
Mhm.
We're going to get into this bomb squad idea, Trace Fofana's, well, seems like quite a nomadic journey already.
Tim Ben, yeah.
And then really dig into the mechanics, the strategy behind this specific transfer. What does it all mean, for the player trying to find his way and for the club juggling this huge roster?
Yeah, lots to unpack there.
So let's start with that term, the bomb squad. It's catchy, definitely, maybe a bit
A
ominous.
little bit, yeah.
When you hear that about a club like Chelsea, known for big squads, lots of signings, it makes you think of players just cast aside.
Well, essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
The term bomb squad, as the article uses it, it basically refers to players who are, well, deemed surplus to requirements.
Plus. Okay.
They're still under contract, often on pretty big wages, mind you.
Right.
But they're just not in the manager's immediate plans,
Yeah.
not part of the, let's say, the long-term picture.
So what happens to them day to day?
They might train separately.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they're not even registered for competitions. It's like a professional purgatory, really.
Wow.
And the article points out Fofana leaving actually thins out this group at Chelsea. It says only Raheem Sterling and Assel Disasi are left in that specific group now.
Sterling and Disasi, that's
Yeah.
surprising names to hear in that context.
It is, and it shows how quickly things can change.
Mhm.
Players who cost millions suddenly become surpluses. It really highlights the ruthless pace of change at these top clubs. New tactics, new signings.
That sounds brutal for an athlete. You're physically at your peak probably, but you're this expensive asset just sitting there, not really part of the team.
Exactly.
What's the reality? Are they totally isolated or still around the main group?
It varies club to club.
Hmm.
But often, yeah, they might be in a sort of shadow training group, working with academy coaches maybe, or just fitness staff.
Mm-hmm.
They're often left out of team meetings, tactical stuff, and definitely match day squads. It's
Yeah.
isolating.
And for the club, this can't be good financially either, right? Paying players not to play.
Oh, it's a huge drain. Financially, yes, those wages add up, but
Yeah.
it's also professional. A player not playing loses sharpness, match fitness.
The value drops.
Absolutely. Their market value plummets. That's a big part of it. Plus, there's the opportunity cost. That squad spot, that salary could be used elsewhere.
Right.
So clubs are pretty desperate to move these players on. Free up cash, free up space, stop that asset value just eroding.
It's a lose-lose they're trying to fix.
Hmm.
Okay, so that brings us to the player here, David Datro Fofana, navigating this whole situation.
Mhm.
He's 22, an Ivory Coast striker. The article says Chelsea paid £10 million for him from Molde back in 2023.
Yeah, a serious investment.
That's not small change for a young player, but his time since arriving hasn't exactly been smooth sailing.
No, far from it. That £10 million showed Chelsea saw potential, definitely.
Yeah.
But jumping from the Norwegian League to the Premier League first team, that's a massive leap.
Huge.
So Chelsea went the loan route. He was at Burnley for a bit,
Okay.
in Union Berlin.
Yeah.
And part of last season, he was in Turkey at Göztepe.
So he's been in Turkey before.
Yes. And that spell was actually described as quite promising, showed some flashes. But crucially, it got cut short. A major knee injury.
Oh, tough break.
Really tough. And it just shows, the risk with developing players this way. One setback can completely derail things. These loans, it's Chelsea trying to find the right place for him to adapt, to grow.
Rather than throwing him straight into the Premier League fire.
Exactly.
And after all that, the article just flatly states he was, quote, deemed surplus to requirements at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
It's common, I guess, but still incredibly harsh. This constant churn, the injuries, the competition, it just underlines how tough it is for young players at these mega clubs.
Absolutely.
That big fee gets you in the door, but guarantees nothing.
Nothing at all.
Okay, now, this is where it gets really interesting for me. the nuts and bolts of this specific transfer.
Right.
He's joined Fethi Karagümrük in Turkey, season-long loan. And crucially, there's an option to buy included.
Correct.
But the timing. How does a player move after the English transfer window has, slammed shut?
Well, that's the key, isn't it? It's all about the different international transfer windows. They don't all align perfectly.
Okay.
So the article mentions Fofana had talks with championship clubs, Preston, Charlton Athletic, on the English deadline day. That was about 2 weeks before this Turkish move happened.
So those deals fell through?
Presumably, or weren't right. For many players, that would be it until the next window.
Yeah.
But the Turkish window was still open. And often, the Turkey's window stays open a bit longer than the big European leagues. So that created this, extra opportunity for Chelsea and Fofana.
A loophole, almost.
Not quite a loophole, more like a feature of the global system. These staggered deadlines. Clubs like Chelsea have to be constantly aware of them, ready to use them. It's like a global game of chess with their player assets.
Right, okay. Playing the system.
And there's another layer here, too. Squad management. Specifically, those international loan limits.
Loan limits.
Yeah. See, the article notes that for Fofana's loan to even happen, Chelsea had to do something else first. They recalled another striker, David Washington.
Recalled him from where?
From Santos, in Brazil. It was described as an unsuccessful spell for him there.
Okay, but why recall him to send Fofana out?
Because clubs usually have limits on how many players, especially over 21, they can loan out internationally at any one time. It's often around 7 or 8, mandated by FIFA, partly to stop clubs just hoarding players.
I see. So recalling Washington.
It wasn't just about Washington. It was a calculated move to free up one of those valuable international loan spots, specifically for Fofana.
Wow. That's intricate planning.
It really is. It shows how these deals are planned in detail. Resource allocation, one player's move directly, making another one possible, all orchestrated to manage the squad, manage the finances.
So what does this all mean for you if you're following the business side of football? It means realizing these transfers. They're rarely simple.
Far from it.
It's not just player A goes to club B. It's the strategic tightrope walk, navigating different deadlines, complex rules across countries, juggling squad spots. Chelsea recalling Washington just so Fofana could go to Turkey. That's not just admin. That's a proper chess move in a very high-stakes game.
Definitely. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, for Fofana, this loan gives him something vital.
Playing time.
Consistent playing time, exactly.
Yeah.
Especially for a young guy coming back from a serious injury. Getting regular minutes, that's gold dust.
Yeah, much better than sitting on the bench or training separately at Chelsea.
Way better. For his development, his fitness, even keeping his own market value up, it's crucial.
And for Chelsea?
For Chelsea, it's smart squad management. It's actively trying to, stop the value of that $10 million investment from dropping further.
Right. Damage limitation, almost.
In a way.
Yeah.
And they free up resources. That international loan spot is valuable. And potentially, they get a transfer fee down the line if Fatih Karagümrük exercise that buy option. It's pragmatic, often quite ruthless, but that's the financial reality of top-level football. Asset management.
Yeah, asset management is a good way to put it. This whole deep dive, it really shows how one transfer headline can have so many layers, doesn't it?
It really does.
You've got the player's personal story, the potential, the setbacks, the search for playing time. You've got the huge club, Chelsea, making these tough strategic financial calls.
Balancing ambition and budgets.
And then you have the whole global system of transfers, the windows, the rules. It's a reminder that even simple-sounding news has all this complexity behind it. Sport, finance, individual dreams, all tangled up.
Well said.
So just to recap, we've looked at this curious idea of the bomb squad, what it actually means day to day.
Yeah, that professional purgatory.
We've traced David Deja Fofana's specific journey, the promise, the loans, the injury.
And the surpluses label.
And we've analyzed those clever tactical moves clubs make, like using different transfer windows and managing loan spots. It's a fascinating look at the maybe less glamorous but really strategic side of the game.
Absolutely. And it leaves you thinking, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, it raises a bigger question maybe for you to think about. In this really high-stakes, globalized game, how does this whole system, the bomb squads, the constant loans, the transfers, how does it actually impact a player?
Their career, their mentality.
Yeah, exactly. Their long-term success, their psychological resilience. It's a system built for fierce competition, for financial efficiency. But what's the human cost? And what does it really tell us about the nature of modern football itself?
A lot to chew on there. It's definitely more than just kicking a ball around.